understood that. So this part is going to be a bit more happy, I guess you could say, but there will still be that, you know, background of what your father did to you. If you haven't seen part 1, I suggest you to go watch it before you watch this part. It should be the last video I posted, depending on when you're watching this. Let me know if you want another part to this, but there will be the suicide hotline and the sexual assault hotline down in the description, along with my Instagram and Twitter, so if you ever need to talk to someone, I'm here. But I really do like this part of the story. I was up all night last night writing it, and then I filmed my rough draft when I was in math today, so I hope you guys enjoy it, because this part took me a bit longer to write. Yeah, let's get started, I guess. One second, I'm sorry. I need water. I'm gonna go get my water bottle real quick. Okay, let's get started. You were currently in Mina's room having a panic attack. She was trying to calm you down, but it wasn't really working. You were so nervous about your date with Todoroki this Friday that you had started getting a panic attack. You didn't know where you guys were going, and you didn't know what you were gonna wear. Little did you know, Todoroki was still trying to figure out where to take you on your guys' date. He was currently in the 1A common rooms talking to all the girls about where he should take you. You didn't know this though. Todoroki's POV. I was talking to all the girls about where I should take YN on her date. I was nervous to say the least, but I knew I could get through this. She's such a sweet girl, and all I want to do is protect her. None of the ideas were good enough. They didn't seem like something YN would like. Then Bakugo came downstairs. "Oi, half and half bastard," he yelled at me. I looked at him slightly annoyed. "What do you want, Bakugo?" I said back to him. "Take her to the Lantern Festival this Friday. She likes that shit," he said before he walked into the kitchen. That was honestly a great idea. I mean, I wasn't surprised, because Bakugo, Kirishima, and YN were all best friends. They were always together, and they were always hanging out. Then Uraraka suggested a picnic, so then I got my idea. I started to walk up the stairs. All the girls were looking at me dumbfounded. "I figured it out, guys, thanks," I said as I walked up the stairs. Your POV. You had just left Mina's room, you finally calmed down, and you were getting ready for bed. You were brushing out your hair when you heard a soft ding from your phone. It was Todoroki. "Good night, kitten. I'll talk to you tomorrow," the message read. This made your heart flutter. "Kitten, that's new," you said to yourself as you finished brushing your hair. You and Todoroki had been dating for about 2 days now. He had only asked you to be his on last Friday. It's currently Monday. You were nervous about your date, but you knew if you were with Todoroki that it would all be okay, no matter what went wrong. For the first time in a while, you didn't cut yourself that night. But you didn't know that your depression would hit hard this week. You could barely get out of bed, you didn't want to talk to anyone. Everything felt boring. You weren't even excited for your date anymore. You were debating on if you should go or not. They had started you on a new depression pill. So, that's probably why your mood changed so much. It was Wednesday. Your date was in 2 days. You were nervous, but you weren't excited. Not as excited as you was. You were glad that you would be with Todoroki, but still, you could barely get out of bed, and you didn't want to talk to anyone. Todoroki noticed this, and he was wondering if you were going to cancel or not. You were thinking about it. It was now Friday. You walked into the 1A dorms telling Todoroki that you guys were going to do it tonight, but then you were dragged upstairs by Mina, Momo, and Todoroki. Mina pushed you into the shower. Okay, go shower. I'm going to pick out your outfit. She chuckled. You were wondering how someone could smile so genuinely, but it was too late now. You had all week to tell him you guys weren't going to do it. Even if this was the worst day ever, you were still going to go. You showered. You were about to walk into your dorm before you were dragged down the hallway by Momo. She sat you in her desk chair and started doing your makeup. You didn't wear makeup, so this was weird for you. She then pulled out her tweezers and started to do your eyebrows, which made your eyes water and you hated it. It took about 20 minutes just to finish that part. Todoroki's POV. I was currently sitting with Bakugo, Kirishima, and Midoriya. They were all deciding on what I was going to wear. I was confused. When I tried to pick out my own outfit, Bakugo threatened to blow up my face and told me it was ugly and absolutely not. Bakugo asked me where I was taking mine, so I told him. He then said he was going to go to Momo's room and he'd be back. He walked out at the door, Bakugo's POV. I knocked on Momo's door, but it was already open. I opened it to see Julie cry while Momo did her eyebrows. I chuckled at this. Oi, Momo, can I talk to you? I said. Yeah, sure. She stood up. You silently thanked Bakugo, and he just gave you a curt nod. Bakugo told Momo what he wanted. I told Momo what I wanted Todoroki to wear. She then made it for me. I just nodded my head and walked away. Your POV. You walked. Momo finally finished your makeup. Once you thought you were done, you were gonna go to your room, do your hair, and put on some clothes. Then Todoroki came in with all her hair stuff. She started doing your hair. Hold on, I'm gonna show you what your hair looked like. Oops. This is what your hair looked like. After she got done with your hair, Mina came in with your outfit. You thought it was so cute, and you were excited to put it on, considering that you had never worn one. Sorry, considering that you had never worn one. This is what you were wearing. You also had like one of those little umbrellas with it. You were putting on your shoes when you heard a knock on the door. Mina squealed knowing it would be Todoroki. She quickly jumped up and opened the door and pushed Todoroki out into the hallway, blocking it herself. Okay, so we've spent 3 hours getting her ready, so if you hurt her, I will have Bakugo blow up your face. Todoroki's POV. Once Mina said that, I knew that if I hurt her, everyone in class 1A would hate me. They were all very protective of her YN, especially Bakugo and Kirishima. I chuckled. I won't hurt her, Mina. I promise. You then opened the door to see Todoroki wearing... This is the last picture, I promise. That. You look so cute in traditional Japanese clothing, you thought. You were excited. Mina squealed. Okay, hold on, let me take a picture of you two. She ran inside and grabbed her phone. You knew if you guys moved, then she would be mad at you. So you waited. She got her phone, she then came out and took a couple pictures of you two. She looked like a proud mom that just sent her daughter on her first date, which you found funny. You had pieced together that you were going to a festival. You didn't know which one, considering there were a lot during this time. Based on the clothing now. You knew you were going to a festival. Todoroki offered you his hand, which you gladly took. You then walked out of the 1A dorms. You took a train, and then Todoroki led you down the street to a lantern festival. You were so happy. You had wanted to go to one since you were a child. You squealed and did your little happy dance, which Todoroki found immensely cute. That's cute, he said to you. You started to blush and you tried to hide your face. He chuckled. As you guys went to food stalls and played games, you both then got a lantern and he led you up on top of the building. Once you had got up there, you and Todoroki wrote your initials on the lantern. You then lit it and then let it go, watching all the other lanterns go. As yours did, Todoroki decided this was a perfect time for him to kiss you. He pulled you into a tight embrace and kissed you on your lips passionately. After a couple of seconds, you kissed back. You were a bit shocked, but you were happy to say the least. His lips were soft. The kiss was passionate, yet not too aggressive. You thought to yourself, this reminds me of Tangled, you said to yourself, with a chuckle. Todoroki looked at you confusingly. You just shook your head and told him nothing. You thought you guys were about to go home, considering that it was about 6 o'clock in the sun, and it was getting dark. But oh boy, were you wrong. Todoroki took your hand and led you far away from all the crowds and everything. You then walked up a hill to see a cute picnic set up with roses, drinks, and food. Up for a little stargazing? He said to you. You blushed and shook your head. You sat and ate and talked about everything and nothing forever. It felt like you were so happy when you were with Todoroki. You were sitting there holding hands and laughing. You looked at the time. We should get back, it's almost curfew. Yeah, we should do this again sometime, he said as he brought you into a kiss underneath the stars. You picked up your things and you began to walk back to the class 1A dorms. It was around 8 o'clock now. Once you got back, you saw Uraraka, Mina, Bakugo, Kirishima, and Momo all sitting in the common room talking about how the date went. You heard Bakugo say if it went bad, he would blow up Todoroki's face. You chuckled. Bakugo then came up to you. You looked at him. If it went bad, I would disintegrate his organs, you simply stated. He high-fived you and said, "That's my girl." He looked at the time. "Okay, well, I'm going to bed," he said as he was about to walk up the stairs. But before he could leave, Todoroki was practically dragging you up them first. Everyone stood there confused. They wanted to know how the date went, but they probably weren't getting any answers tonight. Even you were confused. Bakugo walked up the stairs after you two and saw Todoroki push you into his room. "Oi, don't get her pregnant," Bakugo said before he walked into his room. Todoroki's POV. After Bakugo said that, I quickly started blushing. I didn't have any intentions to do that with her tonight. Well, not yet anyways. I walked into my room where I saw Lion sitting on my bed. She was sitting there, her head slightly tilted, looking confused at me. I went into my drawers and pulled out a box. You were POV. You saw him pull out the box, and he quickly became a blushing, fluttering mess. What is that? Todoroki, we've been dating for 2 days. Oh my god, no, you can't propose. What are you doing? You squealed and covered your face. Todoroki chuckled. "I'm not proposing," he said. He squatted in front of you and took your hand. Your phone then began to ring. He muttered to himself, "Wait for the moment." He looked at the number, not recognizing who it was. You looked at it and knew exactly who it was. You tensed up and held Todoroki's hand tighter. He looked at you confused. He thought it took a couple seconds to register. Then he realized that you had told him that your father called you every Friday. He grabbed your phone. You were still standing there a bit shocked, not wanting to know what your father was about to say. Your tears started to prick at the corners of your eyes. Todoroki's POV. I answered the phone. This was the man that had hurt Lion so bad. I wanted to kill him, to say the least. "What do you want with my girlfriend?" Was all I said before I picked up the line. When I picked up the line. "Oh, girlfriend. I'm her father, so give her the phone," the man on the other line said. "No, you're a waste of space, an excuse of a man. You never should have fathered anyone." "Oh, so she told you?" "Yeah, she told me everything," I responded. "Did she tell you how she cuts herself?" the man on the other line said. My eyes widened and I hung up the phone quickly. Grabbing Lian's arm, she tried to pull it away, but I wouldn't let her. I pulled up her sleeve to see lots of cuts, old ones, new ones. Some looked like they were from a couple days ago. Some looked months old. I ran my finger across the old ones. I felt my cheeks getting wet. I didn't even realize I was crying. Why do you do this to yourself? No, you can't do this to yourself. You have to stop. Why? I started to flutter out. Your POV. You saw Todoroki. Once Todoroki took your arm, you knew. You didn't tell him because you figured he wouldn't like you. But once he started to cry, you quickly responded with, "No, baby, please don't cry." You then began to wipe his tears. I do it because I need a release. That's not the way. Todoroki began to cry again. You took your sleeves and wiped Todoroki's tears, pressing your forehead against his. "Please, promise me you'll stop," Todoroki said to you. You looked into his two-toned eyes and told him, "I don't make promises I can't keep." "Then I'll just have to make sure you don't do it." I'll have to keep a very close eye on you, Todoroki said, still calming down a little bit. You chuckled. Okay, but it's almost curfew. I should get going back to my dorm. You stood up before Todoroki grabbed your hand. Could you sleep here? Todoroki said, slightly blushing. He looked like a shy little boy, which you found very cute. Sure, but I don't have clothes, he said. He pointed at the closet. Take what fits you. You blushed. The thought of being engulfed in Todoroki's clothes, of his scent all over your body, made you happy, and you weren't sure why. You walked over to the closet, picking out things that you thought would fit you. You picked out a hoodie, but there were no pants that would fit you, so you figured you would just stay in your underwear. You then began to strip. You're not going to the bathroom? Todoroki said as he covered his face. Don't be a baby. You'll see it in the future, too, he said as you took off your clothes. He peeked between his fingers, seeing you in just your bra and underwear. You became a blushing mess, but he was a bit enraged at the scars he saw all over your body. He figured most of them were from your father, and the ones on your wrist were from yourself. You took off your bra. Well, tried to. You couldn't get it. Todoroki, could you help me? You said, looking over your shoulder. He looked at you confused. I can't reach the buckles, you said. He came up behind you, touching one of the scars on your back. Todoroki's POV. Her skin was soft and smooth. I couldn't believe someone could ever hurt her. I unbuckled her bra, seeing a couple more cuts. I ran my finger across them. She got goosebumps. I then stopped and walked back to my bed. She put on a hoodie and then she jumped into bed. None of your pants fit me, she pouted. I chuckled, and then I began to change. She covered her eyes and put her head in the pillow. Better than me, I guess. After I got to changing, I laid in bed with her. We cuddled, we spooned for a little. Until your POV, you felt something on your foot. You played around with it, trying to figure out what it was. You then sat up quickly, grabbing the box. I forgot. You never told me what's in here. What is it? What is it? What is it? Todoroki's POV. She looked like a happy kid on Christmas. I had completely forgot about it. Oh, yeah. I opened the box and showed her. It was a key. She looked confused. She tilted her head. In confusion, she looked like a lost little puppy. I found this fairly cute. It's the spare key to my dorm, I said to her shyly. She grabbed the key and kissed me on my cheek. Thank you, Todoroki. Your POV. Once Todoroki had given you the spare key to his dorm, you thought it was only fair if he got your spare key too. There was only 2 people that had a spare key. Well, now 2. Bakugo and Kirishima. You gave them both keys. They knew about your depression, but you were going to give Todoroki the last one you had. You took it off your keychain and you handed it to Todoroki. It's only fair if you get my spare key too, he said with a smile. He blushed. You did the same. You put the key on your keychain. He laid your key on the nightstand. You then climbed on top of him and cuddled into him. His body started to heat up. Hey, turn off your cork. It's already toasty in here, you said to him in a tired tone. Sorry, he blurted out. You looked at him and you sat up and looked at him for a minute. He was confused. Shoto, you blushed when you said his first name, but so did he. Please don't leave me. You said to the boy before cuddling into him some more. Of course not, baby girl, he said as he kissed your cheek. You guys laid down and cuddled for the rest of the night. Okay, so that is the end of this part. I hope you guys enjoyed. This was actually a lot longer than I expected it to be, 25 minutes. I expected it to only be 20 minutes because the last time I filmed it was about 20 minutes. But whatever. I hope you guys enjoy. If you do like it, let me know if you want another part to this story, because I can always write another part. It may take a little while, but I can always do it. And let me know what other My Hero Academia characters you want, or if you want other characters besides My Hero Academia, like Haikyuu, or Attack on Titans, or I don't know, any anime. And if I haven't seen it, I'll go watch it and then I'll write a fanfiction about it. But I hope you guys enjoy. If you want me to read a story, I will. But yeah, just let me know what you want to see. Bye, chicken nuggets. Mommy chicken nugget out. Mwah.